this smart display is. It's kind of like you have the home smart speaker. Conversation first, voice first. What we call is, this is more kind of like a voice forward. So it's still very much prioritizing like voice input and output. However, now we have a screen, so there's just certain things that are going to benefit by having a screen. Great examples are going to be use cases like you're in the kitchen, you have the device that's on your counter, your hands are dirty, so how do you go and help it guide you along in recipes? And I can show you a quick example of something like that.
Sure.
Hey Google, talk to Tasty. So here you can see we have a recipe coming up, shows you the ingredients. So you still get the benefit of touch, you're still able to kind of like see all the ingredients, but you can also then talk to it directly. So, hey Google, go to step 3. So being hands-free when you're messy is a great example. The other thing I really love with this particular experience is just the videos, being able to kind of have these quick animated loops that are guiding the user through and just being like, look, like this is actually how you do it. So these are perfect use cases for how you can kind of take advantage of the screen, but still make it like a voice-first experience, and it kind of blends that perfect balance.
Can you show me a quick demo of how YouTube would
Sure, yeah. Is there a video that you want to see?
Just any music video.
Okay, yeah.
Probably pull up the Infinity War trailer.
Hey Google, play a music video on YouTube. So we'll do 6 hours of relaxing guitar. How's that?
Okay, mundane.
Hey Google, talk to BuzzFeed. So BuzzFeed is very popular with these types of quizzes, so now we're able to bring them to smart displays. So here basically, all the kind of fun and familiarity of those quizzes, we now have kind of on the smart display, so I'm just going to start to tap. So the benefit of something like this is that you can reinforce not only with tap, but also voice, so you can kind of like go back and forth. And so with this, all of this stuff right now is the content's coming from this spreadsheet.
Okay.
So what's really cool about it is just by answering these questions, you're able to kind of have, just move that a little bit. You can kind of see here, we have this whole spreadsheet that's set up. So here's all the questions that are being asked there. And then we have what the display is. And I think this is kind of an important thing just from a user experience point of view. We don't want to just repeat the TTS that's being communicated by voice and just kind of do a text version of that. What we want to do is kind of move the users along, and we have a much simpler set of text here that kind of gets at what the user asks.
Many of us can't crowd the screen with that much text.
It's going to be crazy, right? And we don't want that to just be a transcriber. So through this, though, you're able to see, if we kind of move along here.
Okay, so the phone.
You basically have all the options of like what might be typical answers. You're going to want to put more than just one in. You're going to really want to think about how people are going to naturally communicate that. So it's not just going to be like, say, cheese. They might say, I love cheese, or just different types of answers for puppies, dogs, pups. There's all kinds of options that people might say. So you want to just kind of think through that to help guide the user along and reduce errors. And then here, with some of these columns, this is where you can start to put the URLs in of the different images in the background. So with something like that, what's great is you can rely on defaults, or you can kind of customize it to your brand or the experience that you want. And that makes it really fun. Of course, you have to kind of like play with it a little bit, and be like, well, what's going to crowd the space a little bit too much? Make sure there's it's kind of like still content first. But with that, though, you're able to do like a lot of really cool stuff and just make it your own. So here's just microphone on and off. There's going to be times when you're going to want to mute the microphone.
Yeah.
You're going to have your sounds just up and down, and then you're going to have your camera on and off. So you can kind of see here, you can toggle it on and off, lets you know if it's on and off. So that's like a more manual switch. And then there's also UI gestures that can kind of do some similar things. So if you swipe up from the bottom, this is where you'll get kind of an on-screen version of some of that stuff. So here you can kind of see the sound again that you can control there. You also get your settings. So there's kind of basic things. Some of the hardware from a manufacturer is going to change, like just the location, the button style. So this is how Lenovo has theirs, but of course the JBL one on the other side is going to be a little different. But the way we're doing the swipe up from the bottom is going to be consistent across. Other thing that's important to note is that, like, let's say if you tap into here, so thinking about your home screen, or say if we're on something deeper like the BuzzFeed quiz, if you swipe from the left, it's always going to kind of take you that step back.
Okay.
So this is kind of more of like that resting state screen that's designed to be a little bit more in the background.
You can put whatever photos that you have.
Exactly. There's different clock options, depending on what preferences the users want. We expect a lot of people are going to want to customize it with photos. It's going to make it more personal and kind of fit into their home. So that's really exciting. So then it has that like kind of background experience, but then once a user taps in, then now they can start to see stuff that's going to be more for them. And then of course they can kind of dive in and go deeper based on different triggers.
Is there going to be, are there going to be visual representations for, say, when I'm booking a cab through Uber or Lyft? Is it going to show me like the map or the way I see it on my phone?
Yeah, so there's definitely like all the map stuff. You can say like, hey, how long is it going to take to go from here to there, and it'll come up on a map.
That's Google Maps.
That's
right?
Google Maps, exactly.
But what about
with Lyft integration? I'm not sure about that. I would imagine that would be a great use case.
Yeah, because the Echo Spot does show you a sort of a little map where you can track your
Lyft. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the trick is kind of considering the context of this, right? So, it might show you, just like in Maps, you're not taking this with you. So what's going to be like the great use case when it's at your home, but it's still a stationary device versus going to mobile? And one thing I would say about the assistant that's interesting, certainly with the actions, is just being able to kind of go back and forth. So, if you can kind of see actions across devices. I'm not sure if you spoke with those folks, but
yeah, I'm just going to be speaking to them.
That would be, what's really interesting there is just kind of like how you can kind of start, with one device, one surface, and then kind of go to the next surface. So you might start on your home, but then it's going to send you something to your mobile phone, and then you can kind of continue it there. And that's really powerful. I think leveraging the ecosystem is a kind of really important feature.
Can I customize my voice to it? How many voices can I recognize?
To get started, open or download the Google Home app on a phone
can it
or
distinguish
tablet.
between different user voices as well?
So yes, the answer to that is we have the voice match feature. So with that feature, you can leverage the customer's user's voices. It can differentiate the voice.
Okay, all right.
And you don't have to go serially. You can always skip to the last step. Hey Google, go to the last step.
Enjoy.
So this is one of the experience built out at Tasty Library. Like this is ideal for like shared space like kitchens.
So now if I need to return to the home screen, can I just do it by voice, or will I just have to swipe left?
Well, you can use voice always.
Okay.
Hey Google, exit.
Okay. And there's also a screen where you have this wallpaper and a clock, right?
Right, so it basically extends your assistant into the display. Anything that you can do with the assistant, your calendars, your entries, your maps, your traffic, your commute, you can pretty much do everything here.
But they won't be available until